Hello, welcome to this edition
Why
of Whiskey
is it
at
always
Work.
different?
Well, it's got
Every time.
We got to keep things.
If you just kept doing it the same, I would stop laughing. But you do it different every time.
We love to see you smile, Rob. That's how we like to start these shows.
Bah humbug.
Just a big grin on your face. Welcome to this. This is kind of a special edition.
This is another one of your bad ideas, by the way.
This is not a bad idea. It's a bad idea because I'm drinking what you paid for.
It's a bad idea that I'm sharing it with you.
Before we get into it, though, I want to let everybody know that tickets are on sale right now for Mountain West Whiskey Fest, which is coming back March 5th, and it's the early bird pricing.
Get them before Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I think that said till the 25th.
Yeah.
So maybe you can buy it through Christmas Day, but it's
VIP tickets.
Yeah, well,
it's going to be good.
They've got general admission, VIP,
and platinum.
And then platinum tickets above that one. So you'll save.
What do you get for
like
platinum?
$10 a ticket. I don't know. Foot massages. I think there's
that's the one I'm stealing anyway, so it doesn't matter.
There's jugglers that come in. I don't know if that's. You have to ask
Foot
Andy
massages,
about that.
That might be worth
it. No, but it is. It's totally worth bumping your. I mean, the general admission tickets. Let's not undersell those to start with.
Absolutely.
All right.
You still get to try more whiskey than you probably deserve.
Well, it's the largest whiskey festival in the state of South Dakota. So
for several hundred miles, I would say.
So what we're rolling out is amazing for a general admission ticket. The VIP gets you some of the higher end whiskeys and scotches and bourbons, but the platinum gets you your own room where you've got your own caterer.
Yeah.
You've got the highest of the highest
higher end stuff.
Right.
I tell there might be a pappy involved again this year.
Really? We didn't have one last year, but we did the year before.
We didn't. Well, we didn't have it last year.
I mean, the last time we did it.
Two years ago, we did not. We had something else. I don't remember what it was, but the year before that, there was a pappy.
It's all been really good. So get these tickets, buy them while they're going to save you like $20 on a pair, and then give them out for Christmas. Your Christmas shopping, it's done. It's so we make it easy. God, this show it just serves the people, really, I think, doesn't it?
That's why we're here, just to give back.
But you can get them at mountainwestwhiskeyfestival.com. And again, early bird pricing till December 25th. Okay, that's out of the way. I wonder if we're going to have this there. You think we'll have Jack
I
Daniels
might
there
have
with
some
10?
no matter what.
So just find Rob when you're at Whiskey Festival because he'll have it in his flask. We've been waiting. We first
It'll be nice
heard about
and warm
this.
next to my butt.
When did you first hear about this coming out? Do you remember?
I heard about it in probably July
of this year.
Okay. And I immediately got on the phone with the regional rep and said, give me a bottle of this. And he said, you'll have to wait till the end of August to get it. And now it's December. So I don't know which one of you screwed this up, but I've been waiting moderately patiently for 4 months now.
Well, this is Jack Daniels' first ever 10-year Tennessee whiskey.
It's their first age statement whiskey in a long time, I think, too, isn't it?
I believe so. It's a big deal for Jack Daniels drinkers, without question, which you are. And I've been giving a lot of thought about this, and God, this, again, just pains me, but I'm so into being honest anymore, whether I'm on the radio or whether I'm sitting down here. I can't lie. I never liked Jack Daniels at all. To me, in high school, growing up, Jack Daniels was what you mixed in Coke because it was too gross to drink straight, right? But I'm in high school. I have no appreciation for what they've done.
That's the way everybody did it then, I think.
I think so. You grow up, you start to get a little bit of appreciation for whiskey.
You start to get headaches because you're drinking 47 Cokes along with a shot of Jack.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, that's very true.
Your diabetes starts to go through the roof.
But once you drink it as it's meant to be drank, Jack Black, it is a damn good whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean, you've known that. It's been your favorite for how long?
Years. I started drinking whiskey straight, Jack Daniels specifically, because they're a sponsor of one of our businesses, a Loud American Roadhouse. And we picked a barrel every year or every other year. And, they're writing a check to us, and why not pay back the favor, I guess.
A lot.
Yeah, right. And then, but then I drifted away from the single barrel a little bit to the Gentleman Jack, because it's mellowed twice through the Lincoln County process. So it goes through the charcoal twice and mellows it a little more. And then certainly it was just pure price point after that. You get used to drinking the Gentleman, and I'm like, well, shit, I could save 10 or 15 bucks by just going with black. And I just really found an affinity for it. It's easy. It's pretty modestly priced. I don't feel bad if I put some ginger ale in it, or a lemonade, or have a Lynchburg lemonade, and it tastes good on ice. I mean, it's just versatile to me, and
Well, and I think that's kind of the point I was making is, you are absolutely right. I mean, it's a versatile whiskey, but it is just a good whiskey.
It's definitely a full-bodied flavor. You try to convince a Scotch drinker that Jack Black is as good as I think it is, and it's going to be a hard fight.
Sure.
But because they're just vastly different flavor profiles, bourbon as a whole is a lot more fuller flavored than a Scotch, and their grain bill is just hugely different.
Right.
So, I mean, to me, or even the peaty Scotch tastes like Scotch as opposed to a lighter Highland Scotch. It all has that same underlying
Scotchiness.
Scotch taste.
Is what you're looking for, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, while I can appreciate it, it's not my go-to ever.
Well, and you mentioned it earlier, just a few minutes ago here, about what is called the Lincoln County process, because technically Jack Daniel's is a bourbon.
Yes.
Okay.
A bourbon on steroids, I believe, is how it's been defined.
But they label it as a Tennessee whiskey. I mean, it would technically be a straight bourbon, but they don't want that distinction. They want it to be called a Tennessee whiskey because it's made in Tennessee.
And it goes that one step further of the charcoal mellowing.
That Lincoln County process is what charcoal mellowing is. So if you ever go to Jack Daniel's and do a tour, they'll take you into the huge room with these vats, giant vats that are there. They've got, the lids that kind of look like they're barrels that sit on top of it. And what you see when you peek in there, when they lift it up, is just this dripping. Just constant dripping going into this.
Yeah, except the vat is like 15 feet across.
It's huge, right? It's
with this thing
20
just
barrels.
spinning and dripping.
Right. And so you just watch it drip in, and the smell that comes out of there is so good.
Oh.
And that's that process that it runs through that charcoal, and then
sugar maple
gets into the barrel and becomes Jack Black.
Takes out any impurities, adds a little bit of sweetness and flavor to it.
And Gentleman Jack will do it twice.
And Gentleman goes through the process twice.
So it's even smoother. So that's what that process is.
If you're lucky, they'll be burning a stack of the sugar maple and turning it into charcoal while you're there. It's a sight to see.
So good too.
I think I've got a picture of it while we were there on my phone.
Your awesome. Face was right in it, just the smoke.
Yeah, it was good.
Rolling it in. But this, like we said, Jack Daniel's 10-year. Sinatra's my favorite Jack Daniel's. Sinatra's probably my favorite whiskey. I don't really like Jack Black, so it's weird that I could pick something in the Jack family, but it's so good. But now
it strikes me odd that you don't like black and like. I mean, the Sinatra's good. Let's not fool anybody. That's awesome.
I know why I don't like the black. It's because of that one time in high school.
Oh, good Lord.
When you did it to excess and you woke up the next day and you just hoped you were dead. And you weren't, and you had to go to school.
And that's why I don't like coleslaw. I had coleslaw once when I was in elementary school, and it was really gross, and I haven't been able to eat it since. I was like a second grader.
I don't know how to get out of this right now. I don't know where to go from here right now.
I've been overcome any of my drinking woes.
Any of
Champions
the
overcome.
That has affected you. You've been you've been able to overcome that.
You even had me drinking rum, and I don't like that at all.
This is even more. It's like the Jack Black, but finally having become its final form. I mean, that's who knew that this is what Jack Black could become? Sitting in a barrel for an extra 6 years.
Yeah, it's good.
It's available almost everywhere, limited though.
Very limited. I've heard stories about it being in different stores in Rapid. I have not seen any other than where
You've been making the rounds?
Where I got this one.
Well, now I was a little, because you've done this to me twice now. Taken something that I was super excited to drink, cracked the seal, and drank it first before I even had an opportunity to do it.
Oh, this is why this is another one of your bad ideas.
Well, how can this be this? You didn't get the first taste out of something you bought.
I know. I made Bruner. Crack one of his. So
right.
I know. Now, but you made me crack mine.
You're
That's
a snake.
I know.
But you're getting another one for Christmas, right?
Well, we don't know that for sure. We shouldn't put this out until
after.
Until I
Christmas.
know that. I've heard rumors in my house.
Might be getting some.
My daughter probably won't watch this, but if you see her, don't tell her.
Yeah, he didn't know. Jack Daniels is owned, of course, by Brown-Forman. They purchased them a while ago. I didn't know Brown-Forman's been around almost as long as Jack Daniels has.
Yeah, then they've been very friendly towards our company as well.
Yeah.
And they make some good products, man. Old Forester, Woodford are among my two favorite bourbons of their different levels.
The Finlandia vodka, I believe, is Brown-Forman. You mentioned one of the tequilas too.
Herradura, I believe, is theirs, which is if you're a moderate tequila shopper, give it a shot.
Give it a try. Good. Well, if you can find a bottle of Jack Daniels number 10, I mean, it's
buy it.
Yeah, you're stupid not to. Even if Jack Black isn't your go-to.
Stupid.
Well,
but you still should buy it.
Your decision is stupid. You're not stupid, but the decision is. So you should pick up a bottle if you can find it anywhere. And I don't know how.
It's so good. I wasn't going to have another drink because I actually have to go back to work.
I know we're doing this way early in the day today, so we really had to kind of tamper down how much we do this whole thing. And of course,
the second drink is even better.
We don't want to power through this bottle, but
yes, we do.
It is a limited release.
I'm not gonna.
I don't know how long it will be around, and nor do I know how many barrels or how many bottles they actually put out.
In South Dakota, I believe Galvin told me that they were getting 39 cases or
6 in a case.
6 in a case.
Do the math.
240.
Ooh, that's not a lot. There's a good chance these are all.
They are. They are gonna be. If they're not spoken for, you better take a tour of all the liquor stores in town.
So our Christmas parties tonight. Is this gonna be on the menu for us? Did you put this on the menu of what we?
No. I had a hard time convincing the people at the place that they actually had the whiskey that I wanted, even though I had it at their place a week ago.
Well, let's just why don't we just sneak a little of this in? Why don't we just put that
because
in your
this is mine. You bring yours.
We've been doing this together almost 3 years.
I know,
Rob.
but
don't you think we could just share this bottle out of friendship?
Yeah, cut me a check.
Wow, that's how we're going to end this one, I guess.
I got Venmo.
All right, well, check it out. Jack Daniels, 10-year. It's fantastic.
It's worth it. It's $70 retail. I mean,
But still.
It's cheaper than a 12-year-old Scotch.
You've spent $70 on dumber things. So.
I spent twice as much on Scotch It's actually pretty good.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us here. Whiskey at Work.